was halfway through a session. My client was in tears, in the best possible way, because she finally gave herself permission to leave a life that wasn't serving her. And as I listened, watching sunlight stripe across the little kitchenette, I realized this trailer, these 3 steps I'd figured out for privacy and sound, this tiny setup could actually be my business. I laughed out loud in the middle of the call, quietly, and thought, oh, this is real. I could do this full time.
Welcome back to the road to freedom and fulfillment. I'm Coach Karen, and today we've got a beautiful practical story for anyone who thinks, I can't run my business from an RV. Lena proves you absolutely can. If you long for flexibility but worry about professionalism, privacy, or tech, stick with us.
And I'm Katie, reporting live from a sliding shade and a cup of questionable RV coffee. I can't wait. Tiny camper, big hustle. Yes, please.
Before we dive in, this episode is for midlife women curious about earning on the road without sacrificing safety or a polished client experience. We'll walk through Lena's exact setup, the space plan, the gear she swears by, connection options, and a 3-step plan you can try this month. Lena, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thanks so much, Karen. I'm really excited to share. It's wild how much you can do in under 20 feet of trailer when you marry creativity with a couple of smart habits.
Lena, tell us briefly who you were before the trailer, the backstory that led you to convert a 20-foot travel trailer into a coaching studio.
Sure. For most of my career, I did HR coaching and leadership work for a mid-sized nonprofit. I loved the work, but after a decade, I started craving freedom, more time to travel, to explore, to breathe. I bought a small travel trailer, thinking I'd camp on weekends and keep consulting. But a lot of my clients started asking for morning sessions while I was on the road, and I realized the trailer could be more than a place to sleep. I slowly turned it into a dedicated coaching space.
I love that. From weekend camper to full-on mobile office. Also, full disclosure, I judge all trailers now because my expectations are very high.
Let's go to the early hurdles. Lena, when you first tried to host client sessions from the trailer, what went wrong, and what was the mindset shift that let you keep going?
The first time, my mic picked up a generator humming 2 rigs over. I had poor framing on camera, half of my face was in shadow, and I was worried clients would feel like they were on a camping trip, not in a safe coaching container. I nearly gave up, honestly. The shift came when I stopped trying to replicate an office and instead set clear expectations. I created a tiny studio contract about where I'd be, how I'd manage noise, and how I'd protect privacy. Once I made that boundary clear, I felt professional again. So the pivot was less about perfect gear and more about rituals and rules that signaled competence and care.
That's gold. Rituals over perfection. Okay, deep dive time. The interior layout. Paint a picture of the trailer when a client walks in, or in this case, when you hit Start Meeting. How did you arrange things to feel intentional?
Imagine entering a tiny, calming set. The couch is pulled a foot away from the wall to reduce echo. A small folding table holds my laptop at eye level. A simple backdrop, a removable fabric panel, hides the kitchenette and gives a consistent, uncluttered look. I prioritized a single comfortable chair for my client's side and my chair on the opposite side, so the distance feels like a conversation, not a lecture. Everything else tucks away in bins. The key is consistency. The backdrop, the light source, and the camera angle stay the same, so each client feels they're entering a professional space, even as the trailer itself is small.
So basically, the trailer becomes a tiny theater set, but for coaching instead of Broadway. I can picture it. Tiny drapes, big impact.
Soundproofing and acoustics can make or break a session. What are the simple, budget-friendly tricks you used?
Layers. Rugs, heavy curtains, and foam panels in strategic spots. I put a small rug under the seating area to kill floor echo and a removable acoustic panel behind my chair where sound reflections were strongest. I also taught clients how to do a quick test. We spend 2 minutes at the top checking audio, and then I turn on a white noise machine outside the trailer for neighbors. The biggest trick is positioning. face away from windows that catch road noise, and toward a soft surface. Most of this is under $150 total if you shop used or DIY.
Lighting and camera framing. People worry it'll look amateur. What camera and lighting setup gives the biggest return for the least fuss?
Natural light is your friend, but don't rely on it. I use a small ring light with adjustable warmth clipped to a shelf at eye level and a webcam that clips to my laptop. The ring light gives even light. A reflector, even a foam board, bounces light back so shadows are soft. For framing, I put the camera slightly above eye level and set the laptop on a stack of books on the table. That slight angle is more flattering and makes you feel engaged. Total cost under $200 for basic, reliable gear.
And if someone's thinking, I don't want a ring light that screams influencer, Lena's setup is subtle. No glitter makeup required.
Connectivity, the beast of the road. How do you keep calls stable without a fixed internet address?
I use a layered approach. Primary, a hotspot on a dedicated SIM from a carrier with good rural coverage. Secondary, a mobile router that supports dual SIM so I can switch carriers if one spot is weak. Third, low bandwidth options. If video hiccups, I drop to audio only and tell clients immediately. For client-facing clarity, I include a short line and intake that says, if connectivity fails, we switch to phone call, so no one is surprised. Finally, I test signal strength before booking a session from a new campground, and I keep a cell phone on airplane mode to avoid accidental ban hogging from downloads.
All wonderful. Let's move into the operational side. Scheduling, client intake, pricing when your location changes, and handling time zones. Give us your practical system.
I use a scheduling tool that shows my local time and the client's time. No guessing. My intake form asks for the client's preferred contact in case of a tech issue and includes my mobile studio policy that covers privacy and what to expect if connectivity drops. Pricing stayed consistent even when I moved. Instead of changing rates by location, I offered a travel convenience option when I knew I'd be in certain hotspots and expected extra planning. For time zones, I block my calendar in my current locale, and the scheduler translates for clients. Clear communication upfront reduces frantic rescheduling.
So no surprise price tags or last-minute confusion. I love that. Clear expectations equals calm coaches.
Okay, rapid-fire Q&A. Short answers. Favorite low-cost mic?
USB lavalier. Tiny, unobtrusive, great voice pickup for calls. Under $50 if you shop smart.
1-minute safety rule for meeting clients on the road?
Always share your base camp location with a trusted friend. Keep sessions remote first unless you explicitly negotiate an in-person meet in a public, planned space. And never give out your overnight address publicly.
Top community building tactic while traveling?
Host a monthly pay-what-you-can group workshop at a nearby community center or online for locals and other travelers. It builds local leads and keeps you connected.
Wonderful. Let's crystallize this. 3 key takeaways and a simple plan listeners can try this week.
Takeaway 1. Define your rituals and policies before you worry about perfect gear. That communicates professionalism. Takeaway 2. Use lightweight, affordable tech. A USB lavalier, ring light, and a hotspot do most of the heavy lifting. Takeaway 3. Test small with clear boundaries. A simple plan proves viability without huge investment.
The 3-step plan. Step 1, set up a 90-minute window in your current spot and invite 3 clients or friends to a discounted session. Step 2, practice your tech and do a run-through with a friend to test audio, light, and framing. Step 3, collect feedback, adjust your policies, and publish a short mobile studio blurb in your services so future clients know what to expect.
And one action you can do this week, get a free trial of a scheduling tool and block 2 practice slots. That's it. Tiny action, big momentum.
Yes, keeping it simple was key for me.
Before we close, any final honest note about the emotional side? This transition sounds practical, but it's also brave.
It is brave. Some days you feel isolated. Other days you meet someone who becomes your accountability friend in a campground. The trick is to plan for both. schedule community time, and also protect your work container. When clients realize you're showing up consistently, even from a tiny trailer, that reliability builds trust faster than any fancy office ever could.
That's the heart of it. Consistency, not perfection. And if you need someone to judge your curtain choices, call me.
Lena, thank you for sharing your setup, your safety rules, and your simple plan. For listeners, we'll link to Lena's recommended gear and the resources she mentioned in the show notes. Try the plan this week. Even one session teaches you a ton.
Thanks for having me. If you do try it, send me a note. I love celebrating small wins and troubleshooting tech hiccups with folks.
All right, friends. If this episode lit up an idea for you, hit subscribe so you don't miss our resources to help you on your journey from freedom to fulfillment. Check the show notes for Lena's links. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep planning, and keep moving forward. Your freedom is waiting.